Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson, BamaInsider.com, coming to you on May 15th. You guys see this? Came across national headlines on Tuesday, May 14th. NCAA working group to examine name, image, and likeness. This is from NCAA.org. The NCAA president and board of governors appointed a working group to examine issues highlighted in recent proposal federal and state legislation related to student athlete name and image likeness. Does that mean NCAA football is coming back? Is this what that means? The article continues. The NCAA Board of Governors Federal and State Legislation Working Group will be made up of representatives from all three NCAA divisions. This group will bring together diverse opinions from the membership, from presidents, and from the commissioners to the student athletes. That will examine the NCAA's position on name, image, and likeness benefits and potentially propose rule modifications tethered to education. This group will bring together diverse opinions from membership, from president, commissioner to student athletes. That will examine the NCAA's position on name, image, and likeness benefits and potentially propose rule modifications tethered to education, said Val Ackerman, the commissioner of Big East and working group chair. We believe that the time is right for these discussions and to look forward to a thorough assessment of many complexities involving this area. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward. Now, the Board of Governors is going to look at this, and a final report is due by October of 2019. What's going to come of this? Are players going to be paid based off their likeness? And I guess that's what should have happened when you rewind to all those NCAA football games and basketball games that we loved growing up, right? I mean, to be honest, I still play NCAA 214 on the PS3. I mean, that was one of the greatest games of all time, in my opinion. And I think what the NCAA doesn't want to happen is they don't want the players to be paid as employees by the school. They want the money to come in from another party, which would be EA Sports. EA Sports would be paying these players based off their likeness, and that wouldn't tie into the educational and athletic commitments that the athlete is in with the university. It's confusing. It's going to be interesting to see how they can modify these rules, so to speak. More from the article on NCAA.org. While the formation of this group is an important step to confirming what we believe is an association, the group's work will not result in paying students as employees, said Gene Smith, Ohio State Senior Vice President and Athletics Director and Working Group Chair. That structure is contrary to the NCAA's educational mission and will not be a part of this discussion. So when we look closer at that particular statement from Gene Smith, he says the group's work will not result in paying students as employees. Okay, so get this straight. The university is not going to pay the athletes. They're going to modify these rules. So if a big name brand like EA Sports comes back and makes NCAA football, and you go to play Alabama versus Clemson, and the quarterback from Clemson looks like Trevor Lawrence, and the quarterback from Alabama looks like Tua Tagovailoa, and the receiver looks like Jerry Jeudy, those players are likely not going to have their exact names, just like the old NCAA did. Rather, EA Sports would pay or cut some sort of a check to those players based off using their likeness. That's how I'm reading this. Is it going to happen? It'd be interesting. And like I said, the final report is not due to October, so hold on, because there's many more months to come regarding this. But I think it's a great step forward. I know we all miss the football game that we grew up with, NCAA football, NCAA basketball. I mean, there was even an NCAA baseball game. You guys play that? It was like modeled after MVP baseball. I know I played that. Sound off in the comment box. What do you think? Should the NCAA be paying these players based off their likeness? Absolutely. Tune in next time, folks. I'll be back probably with another 1919 on BamaInsider.com. This is Kyle Henderson reporting and coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama.